Hello everyone, this is Fosun. Today, I will share this kind of broken to make this small animation. And in the middle, I use some glass materials and rendered using vertex mapping. Let's take a look at the project. This is a spline constraint. A cube plus a fraction. Here is a ring domain. And bind it to a path here. Then, we made a position K for it. Okay, let's create a new project. And switch to the mode. You can also change it to other shapes, which is all fine. For example, this time we use a ring. First, increase the subdivision a little. Okay. Give it a spline constraint. Then select keep length here. You can adjust the direction here. Okay, let's use this shape this time. Make it shorter. Give it a chamfer. The subdivision here can be higher to make it more rounded. Add one here. Add a split in the cloning. You can select this original particle point and increase its number to make it have more of these small fragments. Then, we can add a simple effect to it. And then add a random to give it a different feeling. Okay, for these two. Add a where is it? The ring jade here. Rotate it. Well, let's do it first. Then right-click and drag the ring. And duplicate it. Add an alignment spline to this jade. Drag this in. Then check the tangent direction here. Back here. Change its mode. Okay. Move it up. Also, put this jade into the random. Adjust its position. You can use the keyframes here to do some animation. Back to random. Then lower the parameters. Turn off the simple position. Give it some rotation. Okay. Give it some rotation here in random. Meanwhile, in the simplified, here, scale. And check the proportional scaling, then negative 0.9. Smaller. But you can try to make it bigger. Adjust it according to your needs. Choose a smaller one here. Okay. Adjust the animation here. You can move the ring down a little bit. and the tube can be at. Okay, it's a little wider. If you want more details here, you can increase the point of the original particle to a high value. There are more small fragments. Okay. Go back to random, then increase this value a little bit larger to make it not so small. Okay, it has a bit of a random feel. The animation is just, we can use this. The random part. Then come back here. Let's mainly look at the rendering part. Okay, here, we are using two different materials. Delete it. Okay, let's take a look at this material. The ball is made of the material of these strips at the bottom. It has some purple to some. Not from pink to purple. And some luminous and reflective strips. This material is mainly used here. We use a color for refraction to create a gradient mapping. And here, it makes it less rough. You can take a look. Here, it's not very obvious. After increasing the roughness, the color here will be more uniform. After lowering it, the transition from pink to some. The transition from pink to purple is more obvious. Okay, this is actually a glass material. And set the refractive index to 1, and map the color. The refractive index here is not that high. You can see it. If the refractive index is increased, the edge will be brighter. So, here is I'm sorry. I decreased it a little bit to have a glowing effect. For example, this part is a little brighter. That's enough. Okay, this is the material of this part. And here is actually the same material as this one. This one. The only difference is that is the gradient here. Its color will be lighter. So the background here, this area will be lighter. To give it some layering. Okay, the material of the main body is also unnecessary. You can take a look. This material is the same as the one we just saw, which is a glass material. Overall, if it's a dedicated display, it will be a pure glass material. Then, to make a distinction, when it comes in, there is a different transition feeling. So, the other one uses a slightly, not glass, but a plastic-like material with a low roughness. Okay, then I connected a gradient similar to the previous one with a darker color to make it more prominent. Okay, refresh it. This is the material in the middle. Okay, let's take a look at the lighting. This is the detail. Here, everything else is turned off, leaving only a reflection. It's mainly to make it have some shiny edges. and highlight areas. For the entire scene, to be honest, there is only one main light. And in front of it, to the left front. And a little light on the right front. It's mainly to make the upper part brighter, and the lower part is darker, to create a sense of contrast. You can see it. If you like a darker tone, you can adjust it like this. You can also lower the value here. It depends on your needs. Okay, back. There's one thing to say. The diffusion value here is to reduce the rate, which is relatively low. You can see. After pulling it up, the light will spread out, and it will not be so concentrated. You can see it by zooming in. This is the effect of the diffusion value. When it's more concentrated, it will illuminate a smaller area, and it will be slightly more precise to adjust. But when you pull the diffusion value up, it will be relatively brighter, and the light will be softer. Here, I need a contrast between light and dark. So I pull it up higher here, and a little harder. Then add a reflection light. For example, some parts here are brighter, and the edge is illuminated with a light strip. The reflective highlights can be reduced at this position. Just a little bit of this feeling is enough. This is today's content. I caught a cold these days, so my voice is a little different. Well, thank you for watching.